going to be covering the Dropbox tool. The Dropbox provides a convenient way for students to electronically submit individual or group assignments, and it's a great way to have a paperless or nearly paperless course. So from within a course, you would come to Class Tools and choose Dropbox. That's how you would access the Dropbox. Here you can provide feedback, assign grades for students, return submissions to students or track changes, and it's all from this single location. The Dropbox uses folders, so you need to create folders for students to submit work to, and to do that you just select New Folder. Then you would title your Dropbox folder, and then you would make some selections here. You could choose to have individuals submitted or groups. You can choose to link this to a category and create categories for your Dropboxes, which are sort of like headers or titles. You can also choose to link this to a grade item or create a new grade item for it. So I could just type in example Dropbox grade. And, I can go ahead and I can link this to a grade category that I've got for written assignments. In the maximum points, I'm going to just keep that at 50 and I'm going to choose Save. Now I've linked it to a graded item. I can also, I'm going to go ahead and put 50 here as well. I can attach a rubric to the Dropbox. So I'm going to choose Add Rubric. I'm going to select one of the rubrics I've created and then choose Add Selected. Here I can choose the default scoring for the rubric, and I can put in some more instructions for students about what I'm asking them to submit. I can link it to ePortfolio, so if students want to use this in their ePortfolio, if this is a piece of work they'd like to have there, they can. I can attach maybe some directions, or I could record an audio message for the students. Here I have some submission options. I can allow them to submit to this Dropbox in an unlimited way, as many times as they need it, or maybe one file per submission. So you can also choose to overwrite and some other options here. Now all I need to do is choose Save and Close, and I've created a Dropbox folder. Now when you're grading your Dropbox folders, you're probably going to want to go ahead and select the folder, and you're going to page down. You're going to see the names of your students. Here I have Scuba Steve, I've got Student Example, and one of my students, Student Example, has submitted a paper. So I see the paper here, I see when they submitted it, and then I can choose Grade, Feedback. And so what I can do is I can go ahead and I can leave some feedback for the student. If I hadn't have already put this in, I could put in, please note, give them some instructions. I could score them here on how many points. I can maybe record a message for them saying, please watch your grammar. And then when I'm ready, I can go ahead and choose, update. And that'll send that feedback to the student in the audio message and the points to the student. They'll be able to see it. You also see that you have these options here. So here I could go ahead and I could download everybody's at the same time. I could email a specific student if I wanted to. I could choose to display it as unread. So here it shows that it's set as read now, or I can choose to set it as unread. I can kind of flip back and forth. The other thing that you can do with this is that you can go ahead and email everybody who hasn't submitted. Maybe it's the day after the due date and nobody's submitted the paper. I can go ahead and email everyone who has not submitted in one click of a button. Put in the message to remind the students and choose Send. So that's just a brief overview of how you would create Dropbox folders, how you would link them to grade items, and then how you would review your submissions and enter in feedback and grades for students. Thank you for joining us in this tutorial.